My name is Kaylee Ivy, and this is my speech on promoting balance in the classroom. We all know the feeling where it's just the middle of a long lecture, and no matter how hard you try, you just can't focus anymore. Your brain is done. For so many students, that feeling isn't just boredom, it's actually academic burnout. Professors don't always see how burned out their students are, but what if small changes could prevent that? That's what I'll be talking about today. Three small changes professors can make to help reduce academic burnout: adding quick breaks, spacing out assignments, and collecting anonymous feedback from students. Let's begin with what professors can do inside the classroom. One small adjustment that can honestly make a huge difference is giving students a short break during class. And there's actual research in backing this up. In a study discussed by the American Psychological Association, Professor William Helton from George Mason University tested students on a 45-minute attention heavy task. Half of them were given a 5-minute break in the middle. The others had to keep going with no break at all. No matter what the students did during that break, whether it was sit quietly, listen to music, or just stare into space, the ones who paused actually outperformed those who didn't. And that's a big deal, especially for classes that go well over an hour. Students inevitably lose focus over time. Our brains as humans just aren't wired to concentrate forever. We all hit a point where we just do worse the more we force ourselves. It doesn't take much either. Just letting students stretch, grab water, just close their eyes for 5 minutes can be absolutely enough to help them come back and be more alert and awake and ready to absorb the rest of the lesson. In addition to class changes, professors can also help reduce burnout through the way they organize and assign their coursework. Another factor that adds to academic burnout is poor timing of assignments. When everything's due at the same time, especially across multiple classes, students end up overwhelmed. A 2022 study published in Brain Sciences identified unrealistic deadlines as one of the leading causes of academic stress, which then leads to burnout and even depression. If you think about it, if you have like three exams and two papers in 1 week, you're not focusing on learning anymore. You're just trying to survive. But when professors actually space things out more evenly, it gives students room to absorb the material, ask questions, and probably turn in better work. And it's not even just helpful for us, professors would also benefit too, because instead of grading those piles of submissions at once, they actually get a more manageable flow. So, really, it's a win for both sides. Better learning for students, less grading chaos for our instructors and TAs. Finally, burnout becomes easier to prevent when students actually have a voice in the classroom. Many students feel nervous or uncomfortable giving feedback, myself included, especially when it's about something they're struggling with. But when it's anonymous, that changes. At USC, Professor Min Kyung Ri uses quick anonymous surveys in her class to find out how her students are doing. They're low pressure, just a couple questions, asking what's working, what could be better. That lets her tweak pacing, clarify confusing topics, or make small changes before those issues snowball. I mean, when professors take the time to ask for this kind of input, it makes students feel like their experience actually matters. And it also means professors aren't left in the dark until the course evaluations at the end of the semester, honestly. Each of these strategies, breaks, assignment pacing, and feedback, might seem small, but they actually add up to really large support for students. Burnout isn't always dramatic. It shows up those quiet moments where students stop caring, stop trying, stop showing up, or just show up because they feel like they have to. But with just a few small adjustments, like adding quick breaks, being a little thoughtful about due dates, and listening to students, professors can create classrooms that feel more balanced. It doesn't take much, but it could be the difference between a student struggling to survive and a student thriving. Thank you. This is my keyword outline.